Hello everyone, my name is Nate Lex and welcome back to XDex. Today I'm going to be teaching you a move called Frankie, and it looks a little something like this. Frankie is a move, or the name was inspired by the Awful Frank playing cards by Komorebi Inc., which we stock in our store at XDex, so shameless plug, you can buy those if you want. I really like the cards and I really like this move, and before we jump into the tutorial, I just wanted to announce the giveaway winner from last week, which is YS, wherever it's going to end up on the screen. That was the comment winner from last week, and please email us at info@xdex.com. I almost said cards for some reason. Please email us at info@xdex.com to claim your prize, and without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. Alright everyone, let's jump into the tutorial for Frankie. If you guys didn't see the trailer, it looks a little something like this, and there are quite a few prerequisites today. One move of mine that is a prerequisite that I haven't even taught yet, so this may be for more advanced cardists. If you haven't learned it, don't worry, I will come out with a tutorial and leave it in the comments so you can remind me that I need to teach flip-flop, because that is going to be this move. It's a prerequisite unless you know the Erdnase go round, and then you're going to have a grip similar. But we're going to get started. So the prerequisites, if you need them, are pushing off a card like this, the Erdnase go round if you are able to do that, or just essentially the Erdnase grip, and I can teach you what to do with the rest of it. Doing a swing cut, which most of you should know if you're watching this video, and then I don't think there's any more other than that. There are a couple weird moves in the middle, but they're not necessarily prerequisites. I'm going to teach you the whole thing through, even some of the prerequisites you might learn through this. So let's get started. At the very beginning of the move, you're going to have the deck in dealer's grip, and you're going to come over with biddle grip to grab it, like this. You're going to split the deck into two equal halves, and I'm going to start teaching you the biddle grip hand first. For righties, it's your right hand. For lefties, it's your left hand. And what you're going to do is start by pushing off a card. So this is fairly easy. I've done this tutorials before. You push off a card like that. What's going to happen is your index finger is going to extend off and your wrist is going to come down. And so this is going to look like a little bit of a dance where the hands like change back and forth places, which makes the subtlety of the move look cool. It almost looks like your hands are cycling. So that's what's going to make this have so much movement. So at the top half, you're going to push off a card like this. Your index finger is going to slide back down the deck. So just keep your finger straight and move it down to your thumb. This might take some stretching of your hands, but you'll get it. And then on your way back up, what happens is you readjust and put your middle finger out there to actually help this card turn. So if you guys have ever messed with tech deck dudes or tech deck boards or whatever, you may have even done it with like a card and a piece of paper, and you ride it like a skateboard like this with your index and your middle and doing whatever. That's essentially what you're going to do with this pushed off card. So what you're going to do is pull this all the way back, push it forward. You can bounce it off your thumb if you want. You also don't have to. I've been observing myself do this. And you come back, you slide down, come back up. Your middle finger makes contact like this. And what's going to happen is you're going to go up to the edge after let me make sure I show that. Comes back down. You do kind of want to clear this thumb if you can with this corner. That'll really help you. You don't have to necessarily. You readjust so this biddle grip is held between your ring and your thumb. You come forward, and then your middle finger helps. It can either make contact before you switch over the middle finger, or you can actually just move the middle finger on top, because that's what I do. And you actually start to tilt it over the edge. You should even feel that if you extend it really far forward with your index finger, that it starts to go over the edge like this. But your middle finger is actually going to help it, because what's going to happen is you're going to ride it over the edge like this, but if you turn your wrist down, you can actually extend it over onto the back side. It's a really cool feeling when you get it, because what you're going to do eventually later in the flourish is, oh, hold on, we'll move that. You're going to do one of these boys, like that. It's going to slide off the card down. So that is your right hand for the beginning of the move. The finger extension off, come back, middle finger helps reposition and adjust, goes over the deck, and it drops. These things are going to be done simultaneously so that it looks like that, and then we'll show you what the closer is. Yeah. So one more review. Push the card forward, extend it back. If you can clear this corner past your thumb, it will help you on the way back to be starting to turn forward This is kind of happens at the same time if you want to make it as smooth as possible. But this corner right here of the card makes contact with my middle finger, and then it adjusts and starts to turn the card over and let go. So I'm gonna do that fast so I can feel it. But yeah, it does this. You go flick forward, come back, push it forward, makes contact with the middle finger. You readjust so that it rides over the top. You're now left holding just the middle with your ring finger. Comes over and slides down onto what I'm about to teach you in your left hand or your right hand. Your dealer's grip hand, depending on which hand you use. So what happens in this one is something called an Erdnase grip, or my move that I call flip flop. But it looks a little something like this. I think I just showed you. Hello? I just showed you. So what happens is you put your thumb. This is kind of weird. If you've ever done a Charlier cut, that's a good prerequisite to try to learn this. But what I do is I put my thumb kind of hooked over the top short end like this. This is kind of a weird grip. But you can bring your pinky to the backside of dealer's grip and then push your fingers up. Your index and middle and ring can all push the cards up to your thumb, and that's kind of how you can get into the get ready. Man, I'm remembering terminology, the get ready for this. So while your right hand is doing all this crazy stuff, your left hand is doing what is called an Erdnase cut, I believe, but your thumb goes to the top, hooking over the right side, the pinky goes at the back, the middle and ring finger curl underneath like this, and your index finger goes to this side. Now this is pretty hard if you have not done cardistry stuff before, but it looks like this for your Erdnase go round. So definitely look that up and you can figure out the grip. But what I've taught before and what I made up is that you push out with your middle and ring finger are pushing out the bottom packet of this deck like this. And what happens is this side meets up with your thumb, and instead of trying to throw it up in the air, you actually do like a side Charlier almost. It's almost like a scissor and a Charlier had a baby. But what you do is you hook that off about half, the middle and ring push it up to meet the thumb, but now the thumb grips the side like this, so you're holding it in this grip, and the pinky, middle, and ring pull down on the bottom side of this under packet. You've seen this in probably a lot of moves before, but the pinky flexes in and it pulls that card up. So that is what you want to happen, your pinky to curl in so that card flips up. So what happens is you go out, pinky pulls up, makes room so this packet can clear behind, and then what I do here is I go into what is close to a Charlier, where the index finger now pushes up towards the thumb. The thumb can readjust so it can catch it on the side like this, and that is the thing that you're going to be putting the card into, like that, and then just letting it close. So now I will try to teach you guys that in tandem. If you need one more quick thing of this, it's Erdnase pull, meets the thumb, this packet regrips, pinky pulls in, comes over, opens it up for this hand putting in the card, and then we'll move on with the next thing. So these things are happening in tandem. To make it look cool, I usually pull back to do the Erdnase. It helps to kind of pull your wrist up to open up for that. And then it's fun to push out down. So you turn your wrist down for this. So in tandem, it looks like this. Then I pull back and readjust while I open it. That slides down. This closes, and then we enter into the last phase of the move, or the closer. Let me go over that one more time. So in tandem, you're pushing the card forward for this part. You're starting to open the Erdnase. You come back with your wrist too as the card goes back on the deck. You're opening this up and moving this a little bit forward. This readjusts to ride over the deck like this, while you turn your wrist down. And now this is behind you, so your dealer's grip hand's in front of you, or in front of this hand. And then you tilt this hand down. The card slides off if you let go with your middle finger. This closes, and now you begin the closer. You turn this wrist back over, begin a swing cut, and you just pull down. So what I like is, what's going to happen here is this packet's going to pull down on top, while it's actually going to hinge this one over upside down. And then this one moves over top, grabs your middle fingers that are down here still, middle and ring finger, middle fingers, swing that around, and then you, in the last tutorial of Acrodident, I taught you guys this thing. You take this hand that's now holding the deck like this, tilt it down, and let it roll off your thumb, and you have closed the move. So you're here, card down, you close this, what would be kind of a Charlier, So then you do a swing cut. So you guys know what a swing cut is, hopefully, or watch that tutorial. This packet is now going to be held by your middle and thumb, kind of in the middle. So you want to make sure that your thumb is at the back middle and your middle is at the top middle, because you're going to put pressure on this side of the packet to turn it over when you do the swing cut. So this happens, and you can start to see the pressure is turning the packet already. So then all I have to do is complete it, use a little bit of the fingers back here to complete the turnover. I now wrist turn down and let it just kind of let this long side ride this short side, like this, like we were doing with the singular card earlier. These middle and ring finger, what am I saying? Push up against, so you leave it about 1/3 of the way up, like this. This that's been holding this packet in dealer's grip, after the index finger gets out of the way, you're now gripping the packets with your middle on your non-dealer's grip hand and your thumb on your non-dealer's grip hand, so that you can take these fingers. This packet right here is going to be pushed into your index, so it's not going to move, but this bottom or top packet, I guess, is going to move, and you can finish it like that. So I'll go over that one more time. Index pulls forward, pushes forward. This starts to open up the ordinaise. Bring your wrist back as you pull the card back. This starts to readjust. Pull it all the way back to your thumb if you can, so that it readjusts like this. That's my dog barking. I hope that doesn't get louder. This turns over. The card slides down. The thumb closes this. This hand turns back over, begins taking half at a time, swing cut. That thumb clamps down to then apply pressure to this side of this packet so that it turns over. This comes over top, rides that short side. Now you're going to grip the packets with this middle finger and this thumb, swinging this around, and then you can leave this middle finger here to turn the deck onto and let it flop over. And if you watch that in a little bit of faster motion, it looks a little something like this. And you have just learned Frankie. Also, your thumb doesn't get caught at the end. I messed that up. I'll do it one more time. But it looks like that. And you've just done Frankie. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will throw it to myself in the outro. Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching the tutorial for Frankie. It's an original move by me. I like it a lot, so I thought I would share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I just wanted to remind everyone watching these videos that cardistry is a hard art form, and so if you're not getting the move the first time, please watch the tutorials over again, and it will help you learn it. And if you really need to, send us a DM on Instagram or give us a comment on YouTube, and I'm willing to reply and help you guys in any way that I possibly can. And with that seamless transition, let's jump into housekeeping. So I work for xdex.com. That is x-dex.com if you want to look us up online. Also, there will be a link in the description if you want to check out our website, and we resell rare decks of playing cards. We also make our own, so if you want to check out our lo-fi deck, please pop up on the screen, Future Nate. You can help us fund those June 15th, because that is when the Kickstarter will be launching. So save that day, and yeah, we have a cool boombox that plays music. We hope you guys are going to love the trailer. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool things to check out on our site. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at xdexrarecards. I respond to all our DMs and our comments on YouTube, so you're welcome to send us a message there, leave a comment, like. We love you followed the page, and you'll be updated on what decks of cards we sell and when we're releasing them, and way more information if you want to get connected. And also, last but certainly not least, please subscribe to us on YouTube. It really helps. We're closing in on 700 subscribers, and that really helped us grow. I've seen some of our videos grow to over 1,000 views, which is insane for the cardistry community. And I'm glad you guys are watching and learning. And it's so much fun for me to read the comments where I get to hear that you guys like the move, that you guys have learned it, and just seeing your videos that you tag me in online is one of my favorite things to do, is to see you guys learn what I have made up or just something that I've taught. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. There's not a giveaway on this one, but we might be doing a pretty big giveaway around the time of the release of the deck. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.